later and like have them hem it in.
Yeah. It's like duct tape but fancy.
I hear you can always take away fabric, but you can't add fabric in.
That's
You can
not
if you got
true.
enough duct tape.
They're pleats and okay.
While you are all driving in the car, all of a sudden, it begins to rain.
Oh.
I thought that wasn't supposed to be for like days yet.
As you
Maybe it's the smog.
As you all continue, the world around you begins to get darker and darker as the rain gets harder.
That was a proper storm.
If it wasn't for
Actually
the fact...
perceiving as hard as I can.
Would you like to roll a sensing?
It would. I would if I had pulled everything up nice and proper like I should have half an hour ago. Hold
It's
on.
all good. Astral perception, I will give that in astral, you can tell that as the rain comes down, that ambient flood of just water spirit energy has become thick. And suddenly, it's not just ambient. You can see skittering around the streets, in the air, over buildings, are hundreds of water spirits. Most of them not very big, not very strong, there's just a lot of them. But as you look up, kind of following the rain, a thunderstrike occurs, and you can see it. Above the city is a massive spirit. It is a huge snake-like creature, blue and dripping.
That's
And I hope I can see this too. Also, astrally perceiving.
Yes, astral perceiving,
visual?
yes. You can definitely see the giant blue snake hovering over the city, wiggling around inside the clouds.
that's
I'm just looking out the window.
that's not Mr. Bubbles, is it?
I don't think
Okay.
so. Mr. Bubbles wasn't quite so big. I don't think. No. I don't think that guy would fit in a hallway.
Okay. Oh boy.
Very wiggly.
Would we recognize this particular? Oh, actually, I don't think I succeeded in the last sensing. So you know what? Never mind. I wouldn't know if this was Mr. Bubbles, even if I had rolled high enough now.
Can I roll for Mr. Bubbles?
Yes, you can roll a sensing. You have been up close to close with Mr. Bubbles. You know him rather well. You talked to him. Maybe? The Mr. Bubbles you knew wasn't a bit that big.
Yeah,
That's
yep.
hundreds times the size of Mr. Bubbles.
Oh, that doesn't bode well. Oh, that doesn't bode well at all.
It's fun to watch, though. So many of them.
Yeah. Until it brings a monsoon on our heads. As cloudy and just staring up through the roof of the truck, just staring at things that no one else can see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. T's watching very confused.
For you, it's a really heavy rainstorm and the wind's picking up a little bit. But, like, nothing's going sideways. It's a little hard to see, but Jay has sensors. You know you're fine.
Start paying attention to my phone again.
As the rain continues, the Roadmaster gets about as far as the I-10, which is the highway that covers between Hollywood and downtown and Lowtown. Basically, like Covina, the Freak Show Row, a bunch of other places that you had been before. And also, the cross street to Fun City where you have to go to. So you are entering onto the I-10, and about that point, the I-10 is large and goes over top of a lot of buildings and a lot of lower streets, and you can see out over the water. And you can see there's a wave coming. It's not big, not as big as they could be. More than likely, the flood walls will be able to hold it back. But it's coming. And about that point, a siren begins to blare throughout the entire city. Which
Looks
anyone
around,
who has been in
startled.
LA for any point of time literally is just a wave warning.
Was the weather calling for like a hurricane or typhoon or something like that?
No.
Uh,
And this has rolled in much faster than it should have.
There was a big old storm coming, but it wasn't supposed to hit for days. That's a spirit doing this.
Yeah, it's very wiggly.
And very big.
Very big.
Can spirit summon other spirits if it's free?
Usually not.
So it's not Mononongal trying to pressure wash or Augie off the street.
No?
I don't get the sense she really cares about cleaning up messes.
Well, should we go back to the house?
It's your guys' call. We can keep on going, or if you want to try to go someplace with higher ground.
I'll call the fixer.
Yeah.
Call it off. For
Should
now.
call out to Icarus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rings for a minute, and Icarus picks up. Yeah?
So that Johnson meet we were supposed to go to later today?
Let me guess. Canceling because of rain.
And a massive spirit in the clouds over the city. You might want to head for safer shelter too.
Oh. My contacts hadn't given me that yet.
You're
All right.
welcome.
I will tell the Mr. Johnson stay home where he belongs, up on the high ground, and I'm gonna get my people out. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
And then Icarus hangs up, and almost the minute Icarus has hung up, you get a message. And the message is very blunt and short. It just says, "Come to the wall." There's no number.
From who?
No number.
Hmm.
And it just says, "Come to the wall." And it immediately gives out an address for... It is the downtown flood wall. Which would actually require you all to turn around.
We're apparently, or I'm apparently getting summoned to the downtown wall.
You need to be dropped off?
I don't know who it is. And the person I'd asked to help track it bounded out in a hurry.
Okay. Do you...
Back up. You know
Typically-
what? If y'all come with me, back up just in case the shit goes sideways.
Okay.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Sure.
We'll take you to the wall. We'll chill out there. I'm gonna turn around. I'm going to go find a turnaround point to where I can get in the right lane of traffic and go. I don't want to do a
Yes.
U-turn and go get back.
You follow through one of the basically turnarounds. It's not very difficult.
Just suddenly hit reverse and just start driving backwards.
Just beep, beep, beep. Right down the
Man,
I-10.
hopefully- Yeah. Hopefully those flood walls hold. It'd really be horrible and expensive if we had to like go and build those walls, you know?
Yeah, I was just wondering. I still don't know if I know how to swim.
Well, that's not.
Mojave, as you say that, from your shoulder, Havoc pops out and just, well, I didn't.
Okay, this is probably, I don't know how to swim.
You did grow up in a desert. All right.
So you all begin to make your way back into the downtown area. And you can see as you're driving through, plenty of people are... I won't say no one looks panicked. The people of LA seem to be used to strange storms. Oh no, we've lost Cloudy.
Oh no, the wave got him! He's been swept
The wave's
away!
got him! Oh no, the floods have taken him from us.
Oh.
I will continue while we await him. It's not too much.
He come back!
Oh no! Oh, there he goes. He's coming back. He's coming back. I see him in chat. The Riptide. Yeah, the Riptide stole him, RJ. There he is.
Discord is my best friend.
Of course. Discord's all of our best friends.
All right.
Alright. So, as my brain will work. As you guys are driving through, you'll notice that people aren't really panicking. They're moving quickly because it's raining, but you almost watch with this efficiency. They're just getting ready. They hear the siren, they're just doing their due, locking doors. You see people shutting windows and pulling things on them that basically seal them closed. This whole town is built to handle these floods. The amount of times this place is flooded, half of the city's gone because of it. As you all reach down into the city, you get to the downtown wall, which is not too far away from the Diamond Stallion. It's decently close, although Diamond Stallion's upper, slightly higher, as it actually has a view of the water, while down here, this wall leads nothing more into sewage and drainage. Standing at the wall is an individual, very tall individual. If he wasn't so skinny, you'd almost think that was a troll. With how tall he was. And he's simply standing there alone. No one else is around him, in a dark trench coat and a dark hat. Not dissimilar to what Teed tends to dress in. Though, given his high collar and his scarf, it is impossible to see his face.
Astrally perceive him for a sec.
Yeah, I'm always astrally perceiving.
As you all are astrally perceiving, you can immediately tell. This is not a human. This is not an elf. This is no troll. This is no metahuman. This is a spirit. This is a spirit fully manifested.
Okay. Spirit of man. Got it. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Going ahead. Get out of the car. Stick on my helmet. Shrug on my little armor jacket to protect against the harshest wind and start making my way out.
In your earpiece, Jay asks, "Hey, you want us to follow you?"
Mojave pauses halfway already to following Cloudy.
Follow if you'd like. If you're good with getting wet.
Yep.
Jay
Collar
will
up
drive.
against the wind. Hat on head. Hand on hat so it doesn't blow away. Following Cloudy.
And Jay would drive the Roadmaster as close as he can without like trying to off-road. Well, what's the like road or area look like around here? Like, is there a lot of like flat concreted ground or what?
Yeah, basically best way to think about this is imagine the road comes down as if it were coming around a curve, but it dips down much lower than anywhere else, including the houses. Any houses near her have to have full staircases up. And next to the wall, it's not a sidewalk, it's just grates all the way down the wall to catch all the water it can. So, basically, unless you're actively hitting the sidewalk next to the houses, you could drive right up to this dude and not be on a sidewalk.
Alright, then I will just in the Roadmaster as the Cloudburst is sort of sauntering up to the guy. The Roadmaster would be behind him, going real slow.
Oh, jeez.
Claudius,
I
you
guess Mojave's flanking him, but like T and J are in the car.
as you walk up to this gentleman, the Roadmaster just kind of goes right behind you. And the gentleman, now that you're up near him, and anyone in the Roadmaster can see this too, he is taller than the Roadmaster.
Oh.
The top of his head reaches above the Roadmaster, and as he stands against the wall. And he looks down at you guys, and he doesn't shrink. He doesn't disappear. He doesn't do anything. He just suddenly is much shorter. Maybe about slightly taller than Cloudy and Mojave. Just ever so slightly taller. He's much more normal sized, and he's walked up to you. You still cannot see his face. And it is not that it is in shadow, it's simply as if you cannot register a face.
Mojave waves.
He kind of tilts
And now
his
go
head.
ahead and small nod.
Yeah. He tilts his
Apparently
head.
starting to do the same exact thing he's about to do.
Oh my lord. He tilts his head down at you in a greeting, and though you cannot see facial features, you are aware that this man is smiling at you. He stands back up. I see you got my message. Thank you for being so
I did.
quick to respond. You are Cloudburst, correct?
I am.
And you're... What is
Hi,
the term?
Mojave.
Compatriot.
Compatriot. There we go. He threw me for a moment. So bright a soul.
Thumbs up, a grin. There's nothing I can do about that, so I might as well own it.
My name is Rain. And trust me, I do understand the irony. Though this is not my doing.
The Cloudy looks up blatantly at the massive serpentine spirit snaking its way through the clouds. I had gathered.
He is rather displeased.
Where?
The city. He wishes to find a friend, I believe. But I think he is a bit beyond contact at this point. He will calm himself. Or he will be calmed. I would almost say, other than the fact he is making it rain so heavily, you should just ignore him. I called you because I have a belief that you might be able to help me. A child of mine has been lost in the sewers. And from some of these other spirits I have spoken to, you are willing to help us. I offer what I can.
I am.
I think you can see that I may be able to offer something you would like. Whatever that may be, a single request. I simply want my child back. And due to unfortunate circumstances, I cannot enter where they are.
You in particular?
Yes, me and a few other spirits of man. Though I take
Okay.
no pleasure in that title, I understand it. Are you familiar with the Deep Lacuna?
Honestly, me as a player cannot recall.
The Deep Lacuna is pretty well known. It is a series of submerged tunnels that follow under the entirety of the western seaboard. A lot of them are under LA. But normally they are
Mojave
completely submerged underwater.
Mojave immediately pipes up like, oh yeah, I think I went there once.
I see. Some of the tunnels have risen above waterline lately, carving their way into the sewer system.
Nod, nod, nod.
I cannot make it past their boundary. Something is keeping them shut.
Huh.
Okay. That is bizarre.
Well, it's probably not good news.
No, but you and me could help. The issue might be convincing the other two.
I
I
mean,
can
if we get
sense-
a
If the other two prefer monetary compensation, my freedom, as it were, offers me access to such things, as well as
I
these
think there's
lovely
money involved,
devices.
too.
And he, as he pulls up, it says devices, he lifts up a comm link between two fingers.
Yeah, if he gets paid, I think he's fine doing stuff.
Lovely.
All right.
So who are we looking for?
My child. They will appear as an elf. At least in this state. Magically inclined, much like you. My partner is rather devastated at their loss.
Looks back up at the sky.
No.
Ah. No.
No. The Water Prince is not related to me. Maybe I should have clarified. The Rain, that is my name, is Reign.
Ha.
Now, all I am aware of is that this sewer entrance over here, and he just pulls out of, like, his arm almost seems to be too long for his body, as he points it over at clearly a maintenance entrance that has had its door absolutely torn off. Like, it is nearly shattered in half.
Okay.
Down that way.
So your child is
there
down
a-
there.
Yes. There is an entrance to the Deep Lacuna. Somewhere in there, my child has been taken has wandered into. I am unsure.
Okay.
We have a deal, I assume.
Discuss monetary payment for my other compatriots after?
Of course. Assure them that my happiness makes me a very generous being.
Okay. You'll have my assistance, if not theirs.
I like helping. I'm here too.
Lovely.
But I will pass your message along.
Thank you. When you have found my child and removed them from the Deep Lacuna's control, use this. And he holds his hand out, like to drop something into yours. And as he drops it out of his hand, you can immediately see from the tip of his finger upward, it looks like colorless, dark gray, veiny bark that just is all the way up into his sleeve. And he drops in your hand what appears to be a small bell, like a jingle bell on a ribbon. A golden ribbon.
Summoning bell?
Yes. Ring it 3 times, and I'll find you.
Go ahead, give a bow to Rain, and then head back towards the car.
And I'll give it, Jason and T, you can see this, the minute that Mojave and Cloudy turn around, the man's gone. He didn't disappear, he's just gone. One there minute, there the next. It's as if you blinked.
That's a strange Slenderman looking dude.
Hmm.
See how he just like poof?
Disappeared? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people do that sometimes.
Sure.
Hop on into their car and talk it over with the rest of them. So like, so would you prefer money or a wish from a Slenderman motherfucker that literally goes by Rain? And the king type of Rain, like reigning over subjects, not the Rain.
What kind of
For-
stuff can we wish for?
Good question. You seen some of the things that my spirits can do? He would put them to shame. And that he can actually, he has money to pay you. And comlinks to text us with.
I mean,
Influence over both the spiritual and material world.
if we choose money, do we get a wish worth of money? It's a wish worth
With
of
the
money.
Rain as it is. We rescue his kid. We'll have to see.
Do you think I could wish for a VTOL?
Cloudy is just going to look at you confusingly because he has no idea what a VTOL is. Maybe.
I mean, if this guy's granting wishes, you could wish for your dad to forget all about us. Be free of it, maybe.
Yeah, but what if, like, he makes my dad forget by, like, putting him in a coma or
Who
drowning?
cares?
I I don't know if I want to do that.
Be specific.
Well, I mean, a chance to be a hero, I'm on board. And I mean, if we get paid, that's even better. If I can figure out a good wish, maybe, but I don't know. I'll have to mull on that some. If I can think of a good wish, otherwise I might take the alternative prize.
Sure.
There's also the thing where we gotta do the job before we can get the paid, and it is pointing
Good
down
contribution,
as the words fail.
Mojave. Good. It's good, yeah.
No.
We-
It's in the magic sewer place. Remember that?
Yeah,
what
they're apparently in the lacuna.
Yeah, and last time we was down, there was the dude with the blood who was flying around. Blood's not supposed to fly around, so there's a chance this could be real weird again. With, like, the rest of the big weird. I'm just saying.
Weird, that's fine.
I don't know if it's gonna be blood spirits again, but it does seem like there's a lot of blood spirit nonsense going on. The last time we was down there, it was blood spirit nonsense, so...
Well, if we
Do
don't
you
go
wanna
down there
punch
in their
another
blood
spirit?
spirits, it just means that now we can get rid of more blood spirits.
Oh yeah, no, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Okay. You're going right now?
Before everything floods, probably for the best. And considering he also ripped open a hole to the maintenance shaft. Yeah, right now's good.
Oh yeah, since we're already here.
Do you want me to go first?
Do you still have your good boots in the trunk?
Vineyard?
What?
Huh?
Your boots! Last time we went down there to the sewers, we got you some good boots. Do you still got your boots in the trunk?
If they got put in the trunk, yeah.
We'll
I think
see.
you put them in the trunk, I don't know.
I will give y'all have whatever equipment you need to go into the sewers safely.
Oh yeah, look at this.
The Roadmaster is huge.
Yeah,
Literally
little
probably
sewer
store
kit.
everything you'd ever need.
Just going back there, restocking on the plastic trash bags because the sewers are kind of gross, making sure everything is properly waterproof so that the vital medical supplies do not get contaminated.
Once his rubber galoshes are on, T will step from the car.
You step out into the pouring rain.
This is probably dumb. Because water goes down.
Yeah.
But also it's magic down there, so who knows?
Jay will he will get out and he'll leave one I spy watching the Roadmaster and bring one I spy and the two rotocopters with him.
Alright.
Do you know how to swim, Cloudy?
I'm not the best.
Okay. I was just wondering. How about you, Jay? I don't remember. Can you swim?
Oh yeah, I used to swim at the pool at school and at home like all the time.
Okay. I can't swim, so if we gotta swim, please don't let me die.
No problem, man.
Appreciate
Do our
it.
best. You wouldn't be able to happen to summon a water spirit, would you?
I don't know, I've never tried.
Might not be the best time, but if you need it, keep it in mind.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So y'all headed into the sewers?
Mm-hmm.
So you all head your way into the sewers. Immediately the rain is replaced just with like that ambient rushing water and just the dripping all around you. This is less like the one that the other parts, the members of the party had gone through before. You do not need to slide down a sewage ramp. Instead, it is a regular ladder down into a maintenance area. As you are down here, you are immediately struck by all around you are sigils and signs on walls. Giant circles full of magical symbols and such. Some of them are even glowing at this point. And I will give, like, with no roll, you all, like, the two mages are aware, warding. These are wards. These are something to keep something else out. And there's a lot of them.
Is there any way to judge, like, the flavor of the wards, what they're trying to keep out?
I will give the context clues. It's probably Rain, the spirit that you met.
That's what I wanted to know.
So what, mana barriers? Something more exotic?
Some are mana barriers. Some are a little more exotic. Some are, like, pieces of them just don't... They're strange. You've never seen ones exactly like it. You can tell what they're for, but they have just little pieces that are not common.
You know, I'm wondering if maybe, who the guy we're looking for doesn't want to be found.
They might be being kept here by someone else.
That's also a very realistic possibility.
Are there any particular symbols or anything that might help indicate what kind of tradition this might be? Like, are there any Norse runes or kanji or anything specific?
You see everything from hieroglyphics, Norse runes, kanji, and even some Aztec symbology. They're all like different sigils, or made of different traditions, but there's at least 4 here.
This is either collaborative or a hermetic magician went ham.
From where you stand in this small concrete room that's covered in these sigils, there is a single tunnel that leads out with a little bit of water draining past you underneath like a grating. And you can see from this point in the tunnel, like looking down it, you can see where the white wall ends. It just ends, and you see this. From here, it's probably more dark to dark black. But it's this strange... It's like when you're looking at something so clean cut, and an organic shape comes out of nowhere.
Okay.
And wherever, like, how down the way where this growth has cut the tunnel, you can actually still see through. There's like regular white tunnel with electric lights, this strange black growthing area, and then past that's more of the white tunnel.
So it seems to be like... oh, that's gross. Yeah. And am I seeing this astrally or in, like, meat space?
In meat space. Everyone can see this. It's the white tunnel, there's something down there, back there, and then more of the white tunnel. Something's just cutting it off or filling the tunnel there.
I will go ahead, take some glasses that got a little bit wet, shake off the water, pop them on, go thermo. Like, does it seem to be letting off any heat?
Looking down the way, obviously the lamps in here are heat sources. Most of the walls are pretty cold and wet. And like, there's a relative chill down here, probably around ambient 50 degrees. The thermo, when it gets to that dark place, the temperature drops to near zero. Whatever the surface of that is, it is dark black. It has lost all heat.
Alright. Don't touch the black unless you want to get frozen.
Oh, God, it's a good thing you should say that, because I was about to say I want to go poke it.
Yeah, don't. T might get away with it, but you might lose a finger.
Yeah, I don't want to lose a
cold.
finger. I need my fingers.
Can I send one of my eye spies over there to get a closer look at it?
Oh, yeah, sure. You can send it right down the hall.
I'll scout ahead with the one.
As your fly spy quickly zooms its way down, it ends up at this stuff. And once up closer, it is not black, it is dark blue. It is a familiar dark blue, porous, and spongy stone that you've actually seen before, as this is the walls of the Deep Lacuna.
Oh, guys, I think that's that Lacuna place we have to go to.
It didn't freeze me last time when I poked it.
Aw.
If I go over and hold my hand near it, like, is it radiating cold the way, like, ice would, or is it just, like, the way it was before?
As you all end up over there, nothing happens. Yeah, no, it's not radiating cold at all. It's feeling about the same as ambient temperature of the room. There's a little bit of mist pouring out of these tunnels, but it itself does not seem cold. And if you were to touch it, no.
Which I will.
It's that same, almost, ambient, like, it doesn't even have that much of a cooler temperature to the outside air, given that's about 50 down here. But it is that still weird, slightly spongy stone. Like, if you were able to hit it just hard enough, you'd probably break it.
And Mojave's just sort of patting the wall, looking at Cloudy. I don't think... There's a tech glasses thingy, isn't it? Does it do magic stuff?
That thing is giving a dearth of heat, which means freezing.
Yeah, well,
He's
don't
like shaking off the
forget-
glasses and make sure like nothing was, and checking it again.
Well, it doesn't feel freezing. I'm touching it and it's not cold. Just like repeatedly patting the wall as this conversation's happening. I think your glasses
Alright.
just don't want to work with the Lacuna.
He's actively putting the glasses away, just being like, the one time I've used them since coming here, and they make me look like an idiot. Alright, okay.
Magic place.
How did y'all get into the Lacuna before?
We walked.
I will say, as you've entered this area, the area that is dark blue is about, let's say 8 feet across. And now that you're here, this is a tunnel. The darkness is a tunnel. So it's as if one tunnel cut through and crossed through another. Like, if this maintenance tunnel was here, whatever this was, and you can see it, it didn't grow, it cut. There are electrical items that are chopped in half when they intersect with this stone.
It clipped in, yep.
All
Yeah,
right.
last
All
time we
right,
walked,
boys.
and it was messing with their head, but it wasn't messing with my head. And that's when they were like, Mojave, guess what? You got magic.
All right. Well. Time to go into the back rooms, boys. Time to go to the back rooms. All right. Claudio, go ahead and stride forward as if he knew exactly what the fuck he was doing down the tunnel.
Javier strolling along beside.
As you all enter into this, basically T intersection, on your right side, the tunnel maybe goes for about 5 feet before it excessively dips down into nothing but water. And, of course, on the left, you are able to continue down. This is not too dissimilar from the last time Jason, T, and Mojave were down here. Although, what immediately changes is this area is not as dark as it was before. There are lights in here. They seem to almost glow under the surface of the wall. This pale, vaguely greenish light. And you can follow these lights down the tunnel until it quickly turns, maybe about 30 feet ahead of you. And it turns off to your left.
Humming to himself as he strolls along.
And I will ask, what is the order of walking? As this tunnel is wide enough for 2 people to walk astride, except for T.
I can bring up the rear or the front. What do you want?
Cloudy had been striding forward like a goddamn badass, and it may or may not get him killed, because apparently he's up front.
Yeah, Mojave strolling along beside Cloudy because fear is a funny thing sometimes.
So I guess it's those two in the front, Jason in the middle, and T in the rear.
Yeah.
Alright. That's all I needed to know. As you all walk down the hallway, you are immediately struck by the weird sound of your footsteps as they crunch into this vaguely soft material. It almost feels uncomfortable. Like, it's solid ground, but you almost feel yourself sink into it. There's also just wetness as you walk through, as everything here is just damp and moist. There's a low mist about a foot above your feet. And you move through the tunnel, finally come to the curve. And you are immediately in a cavern. This place is huge. It's tall, maybe about 20 feet. No, hold on. I misread my own notes. 30 feet high. And the room extends back at least 50 feet. There are multiples of this, obviously this stone, and it comes down in stalagmites and stalactite formations, but also there are these weird opalescent tree-like structures that come from the ground up into the ceiling. And you are immediately aware that there is a small sound in this room, and I need everyone to roll perception, or do you default skill with intuition? Okay.
That is a 5. All right, or sorry, that's a 4. I'm sorry.
Cloudy, you are the only person who can actually tell what it is. Everyone is aware of the noise, except for T. But Cloudy, it takes a minute because it's definitely far off. But it's crying. Someone is crying. It's not a sobbing, it's this gentle, sniffling cry where they're just letting out a noise every every now and again.
Cloudy is actively tilting his ears back and forth. Or he's being like, crying?
Yeah.
Am I able to tell like where it might be, or is it just like echoing off the walls in a way where locating it's practically impossible?
The echo is difficult to work through, but with a 4, I'll give you know it's from the back of the cavern. It's not near you, but anywhere other than just deeper in is impossible for you to tell.
Okay. And about how dark was it in this cavern right now? You said there were a few green lights, but
Yeah, in the tunnel there were a few weird green glowing spots every 5 feet or so. Now that you're in this cavern, the roof is covered in these green glowing dots and these small things that hang down and are also glowing. They're glowworms, or they appear to look like glowworms.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, a lot, and they're covering the whole roof, hanging down in little rivulets and glowing a pretty blue-green color. You'll also notice that they give off a decent amount of light, but not the best. But because it is still pretty dark, you can notice that those opalescent tree-like structures are giving off the faintest amount of white light. So it is dim conditions.
Mahav's
hey,
just
dark
staring
vision.
at all of it, wide-eyed.
Or not
and
dark
just-
vision, low light vision, because I'm an elf.
Yeah.
Okay.
admiring the shiny colors.
So you said there was mist all over the ground, right?
Yes.
And that we felt like it was a little bit spongy. Is it possible to like wipe the mist away just to see what we're actually stepping on?
Yes.
As I see like glowing things from up above.
As you kind of use a coat and just sort of push the mist away for a second, you can see that the ground is made of a similar material to the wall, though it is covered in a strange, slightly grayish moss.
Mojave, you wouldn't happen to know what this is, would you? As he kind of like peels up. Is it possible to peel off a little bit of the moss, or does it like stick to the ground?
You're gonna touch it?
I am going to touch it with my gloved hand, but still just
You are able to get a small, or you're trying to get like just peel a piece of it off. And as you grip it and pull, there's a very strange noise. It doesn't sound like ripping or fabric, but it's similar, ever so slightly crunchy. And it doesn't feel like you pull it, it feels like it lets go. And you watch as you're pulling this away, there's white strands that link the piece you have to the pieces on the ground, and they break and seem to open up completely before almost mechanically closing back over the empty space of the stone and weaving themselves back together. And you are now holding this gray piece, and up in more to a light, it has more of an appearance like leather now. Like a weird pale leather.
that's
Gosh darn, I
the fuck.
have to ask because I was asked. Have I ever seen anything like this before?
Alchemy? Shit. It takes you a minute, but yeah. Strangely enough, you have seen this before. It's at least something very similar. It's almost close to Well, scar tissue. Human scar tissue.
You know, last time we was in here, I thought the walls felt like bone. And that there looks like a scar. It's like the scar tissue stuff. It's not quite, but like that's what it looks like. That's my expert opinion.
Cloudy starts taking a deep breath and then just kind of hitches because of what he might be breathing in now. And it's like, great. He drops it haphazardly and just
I mean, have
wants
you
to
poked
wipe
the
his
walls,
gloves on
Cloudy?
something.
They do kind of feel like bone, just ever so slightly porous if you poke them.
Mojave,
Yeah.
I do not make a habit of poking bones.
I mean,
So
that's
I would not
fair.
know.
That's completely fair. It's my job, on the other hand, to do that kind of thing, more or less when needs must.
Okay. Cloudy is going to cast Levitate on himself. And not touch the ground any more than he has to from this point forward.
Mojave does laugh out loud at that.
Absolutely fair. So,
I'll do it at a 4. There we go. Well, shit. Alright, I'm good. So, just slowly hovers above the ground, and...
as you cast this spell and hover above the ground, everyone is very aware that as the spell goes off, there is a strange reverberant sound that hums in those opalescent tree structures. It is not dissimilar from a tuning fork.
Did this happen last time we were
Oh,
down
I don't
here?
like that.
No, you had not seen these things the last time you were down here. The tunnels you were in did not have these.
Okay. I don't know why this feels familiar then.
Man, these tunnels are like alien and shit.
I like them.
I am
Hey, Cloudy.
going to slowly float over towards one of them and see if the humming gets louder as I get closer.
Yes.
Hey, Cloudy, do another magic thingy and see if it happens again.
As I slowly get closer, just like does it get louder? Does it change in pitch?
It just sort of seems like when you had cast the spell and you were in the center, imagine like it went off and then began to fade. And as you approach one of the trees after a certain point, it's like it starts it again. And it's at this constant as you get closer.
Alright, I don't like that. I don't like these. I'm going to float away from them and, Mojave,
Yeah?
thank you, but no thank you. I will avoid angering these weird flesh-glowing trees, as
I was
best I
just
can.
saying, it started ringing when you did the magic thing, so if you did another magic thingy, it might happen again, and then we would know that it rings their stuff.
When I got closer to the
Science.
tree, it rang louder.
Science!
Science. And float over towards the back of the cave, just following me along the way.
You all make your way down the cave, and I'll give that... Claudia, you're definitely getting closer to the sound of the crying. At the back of the cave, there are 3 tunnels. The crying sounds like it's coming from all of them. The 3 tunnels have On the left one, you can see that the tunnel is almost blocked by some of those white trees. You could make your way through, even T could, but it would take a lot of ducking or moving around or underneath them. It would be kind of difficult. On the middle tunnel, you can see that it dips down a little bit, and there's definitely water. A lot of it. You don't know how deep it is from here, but there is definitely a long... It's the straightest tunnel, but there is a lot of dark water that's just filling it. And the third tunnel is pitch black. There are none of the glowing lights are down that tunnel.
Magic eyes wise, is there any difference between the three?
No. In astral perception, this whole place glows silver. Everything here is almost the same kind of magic.
Am I seeing anything in my drone sensors?
Your drone sensors are reading this as, what it looks like. A regular cave, and there's rock formations and trees and stuff. That's what it's seeing.
Yeah. I'd keep proceeding forward slowly.
Which tunnel would you all... Yeah, which tunnel would you all like to go down? There is the tunnel of trees, the water, or the pitch black tunnel. Cannot actually see what is inside.
And is there any, is there any breeze coming from any of the tunnels? Do they seem like...
No.
Alright. So if this is supposed to be some kind of weird body thing, what would those glowing things be? Magical organs. Hell if I know. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about the thingy and the other thing. I don't... You know what? Forget I said anything. I don't know how to say what I'm thinking.
Okay. So.
Well, if the middle way is pretty wet, and since I can't swim, that is a little bit, nerve-wracking. I don't know how wet it is, but,
if you want to try a water spirit, they're pretty good with ferrying people through water.
I mean, maybe if we decide to go that way, but there's also 2 other ways to go.
I am not going through that tree path. As he starts to float over to it, just...
Well, we can go down that dark path. It doesn't have water or trees. It's got, nothing.
It's got a black abyss we can't see through.
Maybe the path with absolutely nothing actually contains everything. Like one of those, philosophical quandaries.
I get what you're saying, but there's a whole lot of everything I'm not too keen to see today. Like stuff with teeth and made of blood. There's a lot of everything I don't want to poke. Are there any, rocks on the ground?
I mean, there's kind of, I forget which ones stalagmite or stalactites are, but wherever the floor ones are, there's a lot of rocks.
Are there pebbles?
Yes. I will allow you to throw a pebble into the tunnel.
Yes, I would like to throw a pebble down all 3 tunnels just to see what sounds it makes, whether it sounds like deep water, tiny puddle, because it does make a different splash, and how far the clattering seems like it goes, or whether or not it bounces on a wall. Rudimentary echolocation.
So are you gonna throw a rock down each and every tunnel in order? Or
yes.
Are you gonna throw it into the darkness specifically?
Oh no, all 3 of them are getting the pebble test.
Which one first, I guess, is the question.
Which one first?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Middle one, I guess.
You throw it into the waterlogged tunnel, and it simply splashes into the water. A few moments later, after it splashes in, and the water has kind of settled, you all watch as a small wave moves in the water, as if something is under the surface.
And I'm going to take it that was more of a kerplunk than a plip.
Yeah, it was a harplunk.
I don't want to go that way. Now for the
Fair.
darkness. Sort of tossing the pebble in just to see, like, that we're not gonna be stepping into a giant pit or anything like that.
Tossing the pebble into the darkness,
Yeah.
you hear it skip and scatter into what seems like a cave. You can hear it echo back to you.
And are there any sounds after that echo of something moving, possibly disturbed in the darkness?
No, but Cloudy, the minute the rock does all that, echoes down the cave, crying stops.
From all three?
Yep.
And like we aren't able to identify the crying as crying, but we heard the noise as a noise, yes, so we would all know that it stopped.
Yeah. The tunnel, after that goes, the tunnel is eerily silent, save for the gentlest of hums as one of the trees is responding to Cloudy's levitate.
And for sake of doing what I said I do, I am going to go toss a pebble down the tree path.
You toss it down the tree path. It actually manages to smack into one of the trees, and you are all overcome by the excessive ringing noise it produces. I would like everyone to make composure. Jason, as this ringing echoes through your mind, you suddenly have a weird moment of nostalgia. You remember when you were younger, you were at a robotics competition with your father, and you won. And your dad patted you on the back and said how proud he was of you.
Yeah. Jason, like, just smiles real happy, thinking about how his dad was proud of him at the robotics.
Like, does he say that out loud, or is he just kind of like,
I think he's just, like, smiling and just, like, thinking about, like, you know, like, sort of daydreaming and has a big old smile on his
And
shaking.
for the rest of us, is this noise, like, unpleasant? Is it just loud? What's the vibe on it?
Yeah. It's like the sound if you ever took a tuning fork and slammed it into a table really hard. It's like kind of loud, and then it echoes, it just rings, and it's like, uncomfortable sounding.
Okay. Then yeah, Mojave, just after having finishes that, points to the dark path. I like that way best.
yeah. I'm going to go ahead and just after a short bit, tune my, like, selective hearing earbuds to not have that noise. Is it all physical noise?
Nope. It's astral.
Oh, that bodes well. Alright. What? I'll go ahead and snap in Jason's face. Just be like, hey.
What?
Hey.
What?
Hey.
What? I was just, remembered
Do-
some happy memories from my childhood.
Can your drones hear the sound?
Are my drone sensors picking up the sound?
All they pick up is they picked up when the tree kind of made that really loud noise, but they're not really picking up any kind of low hum for them. Their sound is 0. They're getting nothing once that other one stopped echoing.
Nah, man, I'm not hearing anything.
Oh boy. Alright. We have mana-fed trees. And the levitate immediately. And I hate it. As it just
You squish down, and all the trees in your area calm down as the magic has left.
But if we touch them, it's going to get worse.
Yeah, I like the dark path best.
Yeah, let's go down that dark path.
I mean, I don't like it, but I think it might be the one we want to go down.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Does everyone have some kind of dark vision / flashlight?
I've got drones.
Low light. Yeah.
Hey, your drones have a flashlight on you. I'll let one of them go first and light the way.
Okay.
So you all, following one of the drones, lighting the way into this dark tunnel. You notice the tunnel is very much just sort of empty. It doesn't have anything. No glowworms, no stalagmites or stalactites, no trees, nothing. It's just almost smooth. And the farther you go in, the smoother and smoother the walls get. Till eventually this tunnel is almost perfectly circular.
If T cycles through his vision with his eyes, like what they're capable of doing, does he end up finding a spectrum that works best?
Every spectrum is basically the same.
And the walls, are they still made out of the same material as elsewhere?
You'll notice that, no, if you were to touch them, A, they are much harder and smoother, and they're cold, like if you were to touch metal.
Okay. And does it look like one solid piece of something that's been polished smooth, or does it look constructed?
It looks like a single solid piece of something that's smooth.
Okay.
As if something has polished this entire tunnel. And you also all will notice that the flat ground you were walking on, A, stops making the squishy noise and instead begins to make a gentle, well, if you were to walk on a metal pipe. And it is a little loud when T steps down on it. You also notice that the bottom of the cave is no longer flat. This is a perfect cylinder, including the floor you're walking on. It is rounded.
Is it made of metal?
By this point, yeah. You don't really know what type, as it's just gray metal, so kind of hard. There's a lot of gray metals. You follow this tunnel down.
Are we still on the Lacuna?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, yeah, astral vibes, magic sense stuff. Does this tunnel still shimmer with the soft silver glow?
No. The walls have lost their shimmer.
I think we might not be.
Yet.
As you all continue through the tunnel, coming around a bend, you see light. And you begin to hear rushing water.
Like it's rushing towards us, or it's like a river somewhere else?
Like river somewhere else. It's not getting louder or softer.
Okay.
It's just in the distance.
Okay. Less freak out. All right. Guess I'll look for the sound of the noise real quick, but probably have to wind up turning back. Shit.
The sound of the rushing water is coming from the light at the end of the tunnel. Cloudy, roll perception because you know what to listen for.
Okay. Another 4.
It's not the crying, but you can hear a voice. It sounds like it's either a woman or a very young boy. But they're crying, but they're saying something. Like they're talking to someone else.
I will adjust the selective hearing to tune out the rushing water and hopefully get something.
You hear suddenly this voice. They are pleading to let them out. They're scared. And then you hear a deep voice shout, "Shut up."
All right. I will. Claudio get real quiet for a bit. Like, hold on. Like tilting his head as if he's hearing for the thing. Kid is crying. And there's someone very aggro.
Looks to T.
Is it me?
This sounds like a job for the
No.
heroes.
Telling the crying child to shut up very angrily.
Gives T a thumbs up.
Did we get a description of this kid we're looking for?
An elf boy, or described as he.
Okay, cool. I don't want to like run into some twist where the old guy in there yelling at the kid ended up being the other guy's kid, you know? That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Well, described being trapped, and the kid said he wanted to leave. That's him.
Yeah.
I had to turn off the selective hearing to have this conversation, by the by, so if they were saying anything else, I could not hear it. But alright. Move forward, but he'll go ahead and then put a finger against his lips and just and try sneaking ahead. Probably won't go well.
Everyone roll stealth.
Sure, what am I defaulting on for that?
Agility!
It's agility. And it is your legs, so your arms don't count.
Sneaking, right?
Yes.
Yes. The giant hulking man that's half metal is still quieter than the other gangly
T,
buggers.
You are surprised in yourself, but you are careful as you walk. And your rubber galoshes actually give you a little bit of basically sound. The rubber doesn't sound as hard on the metal as people's normal shoes do.
Nice.
Mojave and Jason, you're almost okay. Up until one of the Jason's other drone, the one that was behind, well, you know, every now and again a motor has a bit of a glitch. The motor jerks a little bit and knocks into both of you, causing you to stumble.
Oh.
And Cloudy, you were quiet, and then you heard them stumble, and it made you turn around really quickly, and you stepped back too loudly on the edge of the tunnel. So, 3 of you, yes, have made a good bit of noise.
Great.
Yeah, I'll have to oil it or something.
Gives another sheepish thumbs up.
And Claudio, keep on going.
And at this point, Mojave has fallen back in the lineup and is walking behind T.
Right. Quick. You all make your way down the tunnel, and you will end up at its entrance. And we are going to take a break before we see what's on the other side.
Okay. All right.
do your best to carefully make your way through this very maze-like structure. And it doesn't take you very long to get to a point where, looking down one of the various intersections, you see that there is an area that is lit by orange light. Clearly fire. Clearly something you're not going to normally see down here. And by this point, everyone can make out the gentle crying of somebody.
Okay. Alright.
We gotta go save him, man.
Yeah.
That is why we're down here.
This is why we're down here. For once. Let's go. Claudio, go ahead and try sneaking again. Kind of around the corner.
You'd like to roll stealth, roll some sneaky.
And hopefully we do slightly better.
Am I still sneaky, or do you want a new roll?
You know what?
Or did we want a new roll?
Everyone make a new roll.
No.
I am going to edge that reroll. Hello, friends. I'm trying that again. Let's. There we go.
Everyone is perfectly fine. You are able to make your way down this area. The symbols around appear to get a little less frequent as you're moving down. There's definitely a clear path of where they've been made. When you reach where the firelight is lighting up the walls and such, you see makeshift walls built of old sheet metal and wood, very rickety, put together. You can see that there are many tents, some torn and duct taped together, like ones you'd have taken from a REI or something, you know, some camping goods store. There are 4 individuals sitting around the campfire. And in the back corner of this room, with duct tape around his wrists and his legs, there is what looks to be a boy, probably about 17. Maybe a little younger, but he's an older teenager. And he's sitting there just crying. Legitimately, he just looks sad.
Cloudy starts looking really angry for a second. Looks over all of them. And starts moving his hand as if he's about to cast a spell at the people around that fire. And then
I would give
points at you to start getting ready.
Everyone here has one thing they can do as basically the surprise.
Mojave's intention is to try and get as close to the kid as possible while the rest of the group is distracting those guys.
Then we're going to have you go basically last in this section, and you're just going to make a sneaking roll after everyone is done whatever they're going to do.
Aye, aye.
Whatever Cloudy is doing as the 1 punch, T will be the 2 punch. He is waiting for the spell to go off.
Spell can go off first, and then T would like to go, and then Jason, I assume you're going to fly your drones in as the cleanup crew?
You got it.
Okay.
All right, Cloudy?
Ball lightning? Because the answer is ball lightning.
The answer is always ball lightning.
4-6.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Angie.
Yes. Cloudy is a bit angry. Only 5. They could roll the dodge if they were aware of it.
They're not prepared for this.
Yeah, so that's just 11 damage they get to go ahead and resist against. So that's fun. That's fun.
On this a little bit privately.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, and armor piercing of 6.
Oh!
And they're paralyzed, and they're kind of like slow on the uptake after as the
Oh, no.
electricity sizzles into their muscles. Yeah, no, lightning spooky.
Hey, thank you for that clarification. I will modify this. So, Cloudy, you move your hands around in your tradition, and you fire off this ball lightning that lands dead center above the campfire. All of the men immediately freak out. They're jumping away from it, but they're caught in the massive just blast of this. And you see all the men get electrocuted as they jitter and shake. They all fall to the ground. One of the men is, in no uncertain terms, he jitters and then stops. And his body just lays on the ground and jitters every little bit, while the other men seem to be crying out. The small child immediately screams in fear. T, what would you like to do?
One second, as I am getting the specifics of that right now. Does it look like these guys are wearing armor? Or are they just gangoons wearing clothes?
One of them did not look like he was wearing armor. One of them definitely appeared like he was just wearing, how do I put this correctly? Like a parka, basically.
Okay, and some of the others are wearing armor?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, that was going to be the deciding factor of, do I use the room sweeper? There are a lot of guys grouped up, aren't there?
Yes, and I will say that, this is not armor like yours. This is definitely, in your mind, this is...
Okay.
Room sweeper probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Alright. Are they close enough that he can adjust the muzzle on to catch them all?
I'd say 2 of them, as 2 of them were on one side of the fire that are sort of together, and the other guy's a little more towards the back.
Okay, I'll catch the 2 if I can. That will be...
You fire off the room sweeper, and it starts shredding these guys' clothes. One of the gentlemen falls to the ground in the middle of it all, and does seem to just sort of shred his clothing. The other one, though, it seems like one of the things gets a lucky shot, and he stops moving. He hits the ground and he stops moving.
Am I able to also walk towards them?
Yes.
Okay.
So what, there's still 2 more standing?
Yes.
So what drones you got? What drones you got in Escavian?
Jason would move in his 2 roto drones, and let's see. They are Nissan roto drones equipped with Ares Alpha. Do you want me to just click to fire on both?
Yeah. Both drones, you can definitely target each dude.
Yeah, I was just one drone for each dude.
Yeah.
Oof.
That is not a crit glitch.
Can I use?
Ooh.
Uh,
That was close.
You
Yeah,
should
can
have some
I-
edge.
yeah, can I use edge on one of my drones?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Alright. Let's see. One of the gentlemen gets just absolutely obliterated by one of the drones. Yeah, nope. Yeah, no, he just gets fucking obliterated. The drone just does a full sweep, sends him careening onto the ground. The other drone, unfortunately, attempts to fire, but the gentleman appears to be struggling to get up from his paralyzed state, and he's pushing through it rather well, enough to try to dive out of the way of the other drone. There's one individual left. He is still jostling a little bit, still very confused and a little bit lost. But Mojave, it is now your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna casually meander past, try and get to that kid.
Yeah, this man is distracted enough. You easily can get past.
Help him break out of that duct tape.
You go up to the kid. He's looking at you wide-eyed, just very confused.
Offer a smile and a thumbs up.
He seems to have the wherewithal to realize he shouldn't actually say anything, because you did sneak over here. But no, you are able to start cutting his bonds open.
Cool. And just cursory glance to make sure he's not, like, injured or anything.
Yes, he does not appear to be injured. Well, not grievously injured. He does have some bruising on his face.
Yeah. Nothing that would stop him from being able to run away with us.
No. If he has anything, it looks like he got punched in the face and he is bruising around where he's pulling on his binds.
Okie doke.
I guess Cloudy will pull out a pistol and want to do like, you move, you're dead.
To the dude.
To the one dude that still appears to be somewhat conscious.
He's turned around and is on his back, and you see he pulled up a small wooden totem, but the minute that the gun is out and to him, he just sort of holds it and just sort of is stopping. Like, honestly questioning if this is worth it. You could see it through his eyes. And he's just...
Puts the focus down.
Okay, man. Okay. I'll put it down. I'll put it down. And he sets it down.
T will pick it up and crush it in the palm of the hand, not holding the small shotgun.
Oh, those are expensive. Like, Cloudy just kind of groans quietly as he crushes it.
So you crush...
Because
You crush this small wooden object.
Yeah.
We'll say by this point, This gentleman is now held at gunpoint. His item has been crushed, and the small child has been broken from his bonds. I say small child, he is a teenager.
Yeah, you said late teens and you keep calling him a small child. I'm like,
Sorry.
what is a small
Look,
child?
I feel like an old man. It's still a kid to me, alright? Sorry, yes, the
He's a
teenage
very
boy.
tall child.
Honestly, it's probably because I'm trying to not say his name yet, so someone ask him his goddamn name.
Stay a while and listen.
Listen.
Back in my day.
So, we're gonna leave with the kid. And, you're gonna stay here and take care of your buds, right?
He just sort of looks over to his friends, looks at the kid, and just, fuck, dude. Sure, man, this shit wasn't worth it.
No. No, it wasn't.
Why'd you do this? You get paid?
Yeah, man, we were gonna get paid to do it.
Do
From
what?
who?
I don't know. Do you ask what the fuck Mr. Johnson's name is? Fuck, dog, I don't know.
Seem a corpo? Seem, well put together?
I mean, probably not corpo, but I guess a little rich, maybe.
Mojave
Hold him
spoke while
here.
actively, like, shuffling the kid down along away from the carnage.
Yeah, the kid's shaking,
What?
but he seems aight.
Mojave is walking and talking.
And what about, my big man's question here? What were you gonna do with him?
We were just keeping him for a little while until it was quote unquote safe, and then we were just supposed to take him to a drop off location, and that was it.
I mean, a little bit closer, with the gun a little bit closer. Where was the drop-off point?
Fuck, man. It was a boat. It was a boat, man. It was a boat on the other side of the wall. You go up, down. If you go down the tunnel, it comes out right on the other side of the water.
Did you know?
I'll back up away. Point to T.
Hey, yo, man, have you seen those videos online about the, like, people who kidnap kids and stuff? Like Augie?
Look at that, freako. I mean, fucking hell, man. I don't fucking know.
You had a
What?
kid against his will. You're gonna take him someplace and drop him off.
Bro, come on, hold on. All right, listen. I
Bro, did you see the movies?
this man starts like looking. He's about to like start hyperventilating.
Because now you're a movie star.
No. Wait. Hold on, bro. Wait.
Before y'all rip his head off. Was it y'all that drew the wordy things outside? Did you?
Yeah, we got told we had to deal with like a spirit. We didn't fucking know, man. Bro, we
So
just
you
had to-
knew you were dealing with a spirit. You knew this was a big
I mean,
deal,
that's
what
what
you
the-
was doing.
That's what the Johnson said. He told us like what kind of spirit it was, and then we just had to make certain things. It gave us some help. We were just supposed to wait, and then look. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, my friend did something stupid. We were supposed to hurt the kid. My friend got mad. All right. I'm sorry. The kid has a hit on his face. We really didn't mean to hurt the kid, bro. Please.
You were just trafficking him. I get it.
No, bro. We were giving him to his fucking mom.
Oh, really?
I mean, fuck. God damn it. Yeah, okay, look. Alright. Mr. Johnson apparently got hired by his mom or something. She wanted her kid. I don't know. Some kind of custody battle shit, okay?
You know what? Off to the side, can I start getting out my stuff and mix up? I just suddenly remembered that I can make compel truth juice.
Sure. I will allow you to make compel truth.
Yeah.
Truth juice.
I'm gonna just casually whip up some truth serum off to the side.
Sure, I'll help this man, quote unquote, to his feet.
Do I click on the preparation for that, or do I click on alchemy for that?
I think the preparation, if we set it up correctly, should do
I'm
it.
sorry, this cheat is a lot.
'Cause I'm fairly certain it's because we set the preparations up. They're just spells, so
Yes.
it should just be you click on the preparation you want to make.
Look on the preparation. It should tell you what bonus dice you get, and then the force.
Yes.
Um,
And I believe force 4, force 5, something like that.
Yeah, you tend to do force 4 or force 5.
did you want to edge that?
Yeah, I did. Oh. Okay, so I click on the edge thing, and I click on the other edge thing. What do I click on?
Not the other, not the top edge thing. Just the other
Okay.
edge thing to say that stretch it and then re-roll it.
Okay.
If you're just doing an edge re-roll, yeah.
Yes, and I just click the exact same thing as before, or is there like a reroll
Yeah,
button
just
specifically?
click the same thing as before.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I don't do this a whole lot.
You're good. You're good. Much better.
Much better. So it's gonna get... Oh, Lord. I'm done. There it is. So 1, 2... Alright, yeah. It is there. Where you can roll your drain. But you guys click on the little dice next to drain. I believe that means you take 1 stun?
Mm-hmm.
Okey-doke. Yeah,
And
just
yes, you now have compel truth juice.
brush up some cereal, sprinkle it over some mysterious blue liquid that totally does not look anything like Windex, I promise. Mix in some orange stuff. Hand to the guy just making eye contact. Drink this real quick.
Oh fuck, man! What the fuck? Why? What is it?
Just drink it. Trust me. Either you're dealing with me in this, or you're dealing with him. Gestures at tea.
Okay, fucking fine. And he drinks it willingly as he's legitimately just terrified.
Okay, so what's his mom thing? What?
Mr. Johnson was his mom. My buddy figured it out when we found the kid. She looked identical to her. It was just look, we were never supposed to hurt the kid. It was a total accident, okay? He's a teenager, and my friend got jumpy when he heard something down the tunnel. I guess that was you guys. That's why we hit him. We weren't gonna hurt him. We were just gonna give him over to his mom, and that was it. We just had to take him away from some kind of, I don't know, the mom said a crazy spirit had taken him.
Well, he's telling the truth.
Jay
that's
goes
just
over to the kid. And is
The
like,
kid is shaky, but he looks at you.
"Hey kid, how's it going? How you holding up?"
Hey, I guess I'm fine. My cheek kind of
Now-
hurts, but
Yeah, that wasn't very nice of him. Now, are you wanting to go back to your mom or back to your dad, or what's going on here?
no, I don't want to go anywhere near my mom. Did my
No?
mom do this?
What's wrong with your mom? Why don't you like your mom?
Mom doesn't like me.
Why not?
I don't Oh man, I'm not in her head. It's kind of personal, isn't it? Mom's just not a good person, okay? I just want to go find my dad again.
Yeah, okay. We can help you out with that. Just hang tight and try to take it easy. We probably have like an ice pack or something on hand. Maybe Mojave has an extra
definitely.
ice pack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got whole ass med kit. Yeah, no, there's plenty of stuff to give this poor kid an ice pack.
Yeah, we'll get an
I
ice
figured
pack.
that like Mojave was rummaging in the bag to do that before getting distracted. Wait! I have some questions before you kill this man.
Yeah. So Jay would take the ice pack from Mojave and give it to the kid to hold on his face.
But Mojave, you got to point over towards the dude questioning. You got him for a sec?
Huh? What?
Never mind. And I'll just keel the kid's cheek.
Oh, fair. I will allow you to just do that. It's barely even a box of damage.
Hey,
I'm making sure. Oh yeah, no, he is healed from 7 points of whatever the hell he had.
This kid feels fucking great. I want you to know that.
he's overhealed. He's extra health.
Only 6 of those count, but still.
And Jay's gonna go over to T and kind of like step away from the guy a little bit and say kind of in a low voice, "Hey, T, what do you think? Like, you think this guy's just a dupe, or do you think he's like a kid?"
All right.
Because like, if we get a job to save a kid from their mom, we might do that job.
Mojave. This
Yeah.
guy can't lie, right?
Yeah, no, he's telling the truth. As best he knows it. If he was lied to, I mean, he's telling the truth as he knows it.
He's gonna look at Jay, and while he's looking at Jay, he's gonna put his hand on the man's shoulder. You knew it was a kid?
I knew it was a teenager, yeah.
You knew you were trafficking.
What? What are you fucking talking about?
True or false? This is child trafficking.
No. Not a fucking animal. What are you talking about, bro?
Tied up in a cave after you hit him?
We didn't. Again, I never wanted to hit him. My buddy was a fucking nut job, okay? He got scared. We weren't gonna hurt him. We were only gonna take a fucking pay cut because of it anyway. Okay, his mom wanted it back. We honestly were just gonna give it back to his mom.
Did the kid ask you to stop at any point?
I mean...
Did he say no?
I mean, yeah, of course the mom told us he would.
So the child asked you to stop.
He was a teenager. We thought he fucking ran
turning-
away.
He's turning the man towards him.
Bro, what the fuck? Come on, man. Please, man. We just needed to pay, bro.
Did he say please?
He said please. He said please.
No, he's asking the man if the child said please.
I don't know. The kid didn't really say a lot.
I'll catch up with you guys in a minute.
Oh, please, man.
Sort of arm around the kid, getting the kid out of here.
Jay,
T, are you
Jay,
sure you want to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Cloudy will kind of just be like, whoa, hold on. This, I know how you feel about it. This might be a bit different than the last one. This is a mom wanting her kid back. A little bit different.
Still a crime.
Yeah, but
But is it a
like,
death sentence, though?
Are you asking me to stop?
Cloudy's nodding his head.
Gently release the man. Pat him down, just like flicking the dust off of him.
Man looks like his heart had stopped, and he falls to the ground, just staring forward.
Which was the one that hurt the kid?
He looks up at you, and it's just like there's like legit pain on his face. Like he looks like legitimate sad that he's about to answer this. Like this man looks pained, and he just points carefully over to the man who was standing near him, basically before he got shot by the shotgun.
Okay. Go ahead and drag the other two away and say, T, try not to kill him, but make sure he remembers.
In the background, Mojave is just like chatting with the kid. Hey, what's your name? Talking about like normal stuff, both to distract him from whatever violence is about to happen and just to get his like help the kid feel a little bit more okay.
All right, T, what are you gonna do to this man?
Don't kill him, make sure he remembers. He looks down at this man.
I'm gonna take a shot
You
at
mage?
Cloudy. You attended the one who punched the kid, right? Or is it this man
Yes.
that's still awake?
The one who punched the kid.
Okay, because the one who punched the kid is currently laying on the ground,
Oh.
basically holding his gunshot wound.
Go over to the guy. Stand over him. You got any chrome, bud?
Man looks over at you. He has like, you know, a bunch of just magical items all around him. He's like, no.
You a mage?
Yeah.
Got any healing potions?
He like there's like legit fear in his eyes, and he just sort of like looks over at a guy who's like still awake, and he's just sort of, he can heal me.
That's good. How important are your hands to your craft?
Give the GM a second.
Sure.
All right. The gentleman looks up at you and he's just like, I mean, they're my hands. What do you think? And why?
Just click his tongue. And if you want to skip over what happens, I can just describe T walking away.
Well, problem is, you will start this event. The man will scream.
Uh-huh.
And then every single person in the room is going to hear a roaring noise.
Okay.
Out of what sounds like the water, near the entrance to this area, pops out a spirit of some kind. You can almost tell. It's a twisted, animal-like shape, but all fish creatures of some kind. Just aquatic life in general. And it comes basically firing itself out of the water. And when it does land, it traces around and it sees the gentleman who is on the ground that you are harming, and sees you. and it bolts for you.
Okay.
Swahaganite.
Just for the record, the moment that the roar happens, just grabbing the kid's hand and bolting for safety.
3 seconds to get stuff.
Cloudy will shout after him and try and toss him the bell.
Where is this damn thing's stuff? There it is. Okay. It is going to reach you, T, and it is going, in your perspective, T, it's going to disappear.
Okay.
And then I need you
Here.
to roll composure.
Okay.
Are you going to stick with that? Or do you have the edge to try to go with that?
I have the edge. Yeah, go ahead.
Would you like to use edge to reroll it?
No, I'll call your bluff on this.
Nope, he is good.
All right.
Delete me. Set me free.
T, your wrist and arm are suddenly in excruciating pain. You feel as if bones that you don't technically have anymore are snapping. You have an intense migraine. There is a very sharp pain that is in your ribs, around last third rib down.
Okay.
And your whole back hurts like you are sore. You don't need to mark
Okay.
down any damage, but you are just feeling agony at this point.
There's a very pained snarl, nothing short of a snarl. And with the arm that doesn't feel like the bones are blowing out of it, he will reach down and grab by the man on the ground by the throat and just lift him up off the ground. Fully off the ground.
In the back of your head, you hear a laugh. And the man that you're holding by the throat is basically struggling against your grip, is like freaking out. He's terrified.
Bolting away with the kid.
This one yours?
The man just starts shaking his head violently. I don't mess with this. I don't do spirits. I don't do spirits, man.
Can you get rid of it?
I don't know.
Loudy is going to pop into the astral and just stare at this thing if it's still there.
In the astral plane, you get a different look at this creature, and it is very aquatic, but you notice that its head, or where it would have its head, is a mirror. And it is gripping T by the back, and seems to be from like this chest movement. You can only link it to the idea of someone laughing, with the way someone's shoulders and chest move when they laugh. And it's just grabbing onto T, and you see another one of its tendrils is wrapping around the man's waist.
No one called you here, motherfucker. And, I'm going to try and banish it. Be like, get the fuck out of here.
You can try to banish it.
Mm-hmm. That could have gone better. If it is a bound spirit, it's a force plus magician's magic. If it's free, it is just well, if it was summoned, it's just force. If it's bound, it's force plus Binder's Magic.
So if it's...
Oh, almost certainly going to succeed, but
Yes.
yeah, definitely succeeds. Okay.
Its mirror kind of turns at you slightly, and it does that laughing motion again. And T, this whole time, you can hear laughing in your head. Cloudy, you do not
Yeah,
hear
sure.
anything.
T's just shaking this man he's holding, expecting him also to try to banish it. Like, that's the trade here, right?
The man's just crying.
T brandishing this man like a weapon.
Banish him.
T in
he'll
the
drop
back of
Holding
him,
it up like holding this fellow up like the crucifix in the demon movie.
throughout like the laughter that you keep hearing, you just hear, "Do it."
I was going to say, he will drop the man just onto the ground and start kind of trying to grab a hold of this thing. Like he's reaching out in front of him, behind him. He doesn't know where it is. He's just like, can I get a hand on it?
Can Jay and his drone see it?
No.
Okay.
I'm sitting there for 30 seconds, but I was like, no.
Question. As I said, I'm running away with the kid. Does it seem to be at all concerned about us?
No. It's just on T. In fact, though, you do notice that it kind of like the minute T drops the dude, it like kind of like reels its body back. It stops laughing, and it's just sitting there waiting on T, like he's just sitting on him. Although T, when you did drop the man, the pain in your arm and your chest are going away.
Okay. And I'm unable to feel this thing. He's groping at like his arm, his chest.
You cannot currently feel it.
What the fuck?
Alright, so I am going to supercharge your mana bolts. Be like, if you don't want to go nicely, I'll gather you the goddamn winds. Let's see, Force 8 mana bolt?
Jesus.
I am preparing to obliterate this thing. We'll see whether I take that 8. Okay. Okay. Willpower against 8, just 8 damage. that limits that. That limits that, so that way I don't just immediately nuke my own brain.
Right. Oh. You fire mana bolt off at this thing, and it almost seems like it's trying to quickly turn its head to you, but it's just slow enough, and mana bolt crashes into what would be its shoulder, and it just slides off of T, and you watch it just sort of skitter away, and like about 3 feet from the edge of like the water, T, this thing comes back into like existence. You see it again right before it jumps off into the water.
Heavy breathing. He's soaked in sweat from the pain. Look down at the mage.
The mage is passed out.
Well, that was probably traumatizing enough.
What the hell was that thing?
He will roll his mechanical shoulder as if he had joints still.
Oof.
And the more you relax, all of the pain inside your body has left, almost like it's a memory.
It's been almost a year. Okay. I'm good to go. Step over to walk right, ignoring the man who's like watched all this going down, right? Like the original guy that almost died.
Oh yeah.
Not looking at him, not speaking to him, just wherever he is hidden away to, just headed towards Cloudy and Jay.
All right. Cloudy has like a little tear of blood streaking down his face. It's just kind of like wipes it away real quick and follows after him.
After this whole scenario, like as you all are leaving, the very last thing you can hear and see is the gentleman who was still awake suddenly just almost like comes back to himself, and you can hear him scampering like on his all fours over to the man who was passed out. And you can barely hear it, but it is just him sort of shaking him awake, like, Dan, please wake the fuck up, my dude, please. And then
Cloudy will turn back and ask, "Can you heal him?"
I'm fine. Please, just leave us alone.
Turn away.
Sure, just remember, don't take jobs on kids.
Figure Mojave and the kid have... when the screaming and chaos stopped, we stopped the full force flight down the tunnel, and are just sort of like waiting for the others to catch up, catching breath, being like, "Hey, you okay? You good?"
The kid, I assume?
Yeah.
Kid's just sort of like, he's almost kind of gone a little bit quiet now. He's just like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm not a kid.
What's your name?
My name's Ash.
Pleasure to meet you, Mojave. Offers a handshake.
Sure, dude.
Sorry.
He just shakes your hand.
Let's get you out of here.
Alright. Now, Scabian.
Yeah, is the kid tall?
Yeah. Like, I mean, by the age of like 16, 17, most dudes are probably their max height, so he's about 6 foot.
Taller than Jay.
Yeah.
Yes, he's taller than Jay.
Jay would,
he appears to be an elf, so yes, he is taller than Jay.
Yeah. Jay would look up at him and be like, "Hey, kid. At least you're not short like me. At least people don't think you're a kid."
Yeah, sorry, bro.
It's alright. I've got tanks.
Anyway, did my dad send you guys?
Yeah. You want to get out of these sewers?
Yes, I would a lot. These sewers give me a
Yeah,
headache.
let's get out of these sewers.
And beforehand, you had been alerted there's an exit out there that does lead out to the other side of the walls, basically, more close to the water. So I assume you're going to take that short way out.
Were we supposed to use the bell?
After we got past the wards and got to an exit point, yes.
Oh, okay.
It's not hard for you to get out onto this area. It's a pretty large platform. It has it has some breakers basically along one end to stop waves from crashing too hard upon this basically utility area. It is slightly above the water. There's a staircase that leads down, but it seems that whatever wave that was that you saw before has definitely crashed, as at least half the staircase is flooded. There is another one that goes upwards, towards where the wall actually starts, and you can go through it. It is up to you whether you want to try to go there, or actually, everyone roll perception.
Oh god.
Goddamn. Everyone but T, you all see a little far away. Like, it's not exactly at the bottom of the stairs, but close enough. There is a small boat. Seems like a private boat. And there is a figure standing at where it's basically, like, where the wheel would be. And it does appear to be a woman from long hair, but she is wearing some kind of, like, mask from, like, chin to nose. And when she sees all of you, she immediately kicks the boat into gear and drives off.
That's not the people I hired.
And quietly, you hear, as he's walking with you, just under his voice, under his breath, "Bye, Mom." And you all are able to get back onto street level, basically. You are away from any wards. You are completely safe from them.
Hey, kid.
Ding ding.
Ding.
D, were you saying something?
Yeah, he said, "Hey, kid."
Yeah?
Does your dad make you feel safe?
Yeah? It's a weird question.
He just motions for them to ring the bell then. That's all he cared about. He's going with the parent that makes him feel safe.
You ring the bell 3 times. And it's like for just a moment after the bell rings, it's the only thing you can hear as it kind of echoes out for a moment. And then everything kind of comes back. Fix something. Oh my goodness, my brain. Sorry, my brain is not working right now. I lost my track. Oh my lord, there it is. As the bell stops ringing, the rain sounds come back in, and you are suddenly very aware that there is a gentleman standing in front of you. You still cannot register his face, though he is at a normal height. And the young man, Ash, grins. He goes, "Dad!" And he runs over to the spirit and basically gives him a hug.
Grins, waves hello.
The spirit looks down at the child, looks up at you all, and just nods very happily, basically happy. Although you can't see the face, you can tell he's smiling. "Thank you." And you watch as he opens his trench coat, basically, and you can see that he's wearing a very lovely suit. Very proper suit. And he just simply holds it open, and the inside of the trench coat is just pitch black. Like, there's no light to it. And the young man turns around to you. "Thanks, guys." And he walks into the darkness of this guy's trench coat. And disappears.
Okay.
The spirit lets the coat fall again. "Thank you for returning my child to me. I promised you prizes. You may all tell me what you would like."
What's the ceiling on this?
I can give anything with reason.
I would like, if I may, a nice suit that goes with my aesthetic.
Huh. Hmm. I am surprised. I was not expecting that from one with such a dark heart. But a gift is a gift. And you, without, like, you don't pick it up, it's just suddenly in your hands. You are holding what looks like a garment bag.
Tuck it under my own coat.
Next.
Hat.
Cloudy was planning on going last, but between Mojave and Jason, whether they had anything.
Well, oh man, this might be too much. It might be unreasonable, but it doesn't hurt to ask, right? Can I ask for a GMC Griffin?
The man...
Shit just drives out of him.
It's like, the man quirks his head for a moment. Could you please tell me what a GMC Griffin is?
Oh, it's too much, Softy, I'll be honest.
What is it, though? I actually want to know what it is, like the actual...
A very badass VTOL. It's like 3
Okay,
million.
it's basically a fancy car.
No, it's
a fighter jet.
Oh my god, the VTOL. That's what a VTOL is. I was like, I know that
Yeah.
name, but I don't remember what it is. It's a fighter jet.
Basically.
The man quirks his head for a moment and is just, are you sure that's what you want to ask me for?
Well, I assumed you'd say no. I guess I'll take the cash alternative and I'll save up.
Take this. And you will now have in your hands a box. If you were to look at the box, it is a scale model of the VTOL. Though you do notice something about it. It is completely wrapped in plastic. The box has never been opened, and it is older. This is a collector's item, and is most likely worth a good bit of money.
Got both.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
You are welcome. Next.
Slightly panicked glance at Cloudy.
I walks up and information if you have it.
And he leans over to you, and almost there is no move, there's no growth, but you are suddenly very aware that he has leaned his body completely over to face you. He is suddenly much bigger. What kind?
Kind about the safe house locations for one Bloody Mary.
You can tell that his demeanor shifts. He seems to frown. But then nods his head. That is difficult. But I do know of an older one. One she may not protect as much anymore. And you will be given in your hands a manila folder. And if you are to open it, it has basically a file on a location somewhere in the uptown part of the city.
Tuck it into my armor jacket and step back.
Mojave's just looking around like, oh crap, there's nobody else to hide behind.
And he settles his eyeless gaze on you, Mojave. And what would you like, good doctor?
Truth be told, Mr. Rain Spirit, sir, I just want to not die.
He almost stands up for a minute at that question. Like he really looks like he's thinking. And then he nods. I see. Here. And he actually reaches into his coat pocket and pulls out something and hands it to you. And he drops it into your hand, and you see what looks like a pendant of some kind. At the very center, it has a bright red stone. It is in a almost pewter-like casing. It's on a chain. And if you were to flip it over, it has a magical symbol written on the back of it, that you are aware that it is some kind of ward. I cannot promise anything, but that might help. At least once.
Thank you.
If there is nothing else you would all ask of me, I will leave.
Is there any other way we can help you today?
Yes, actually. I will happily give you all a little bit of money if you'll play courier for just a moment. And he passes a letter to Cloudy. Take that to the address on the letter and hand it to the woman you'll find there, if you will.
Nod his head.
You can keep the bell. If there's ever a emergent need of me, I will let you use it once more. But use it wisely. And he's gone.
Thank you.
Completely disappeared.
And Cloudy will immediately deflate slightly, just... Okay.
Man. That guy
Mojave
was-
just sort of leans towards Cloudy, pendant still in hand. Didn't seem polite to ask, but what do you think it does?
Probably a protection ward that keeps Maranangal from literally, I'm assuming, hitting, striking, or doing something specifically to you once.
Nice.
Drugs puts it on.
If I had to guess, but that is bald-faced guess.
Man, that guy was pretty awesome. Jay's gonna like take his scale model Griffin, and he's not gonna take it out of the box or anything. He's gonna leave it pristine. He's just gonna hold it and be like,
Oh my god.
one day I'm gonna have one of these. It's gonna be so cool, guys.
You gonna start collecting those now?
I don't know. I have to see what it's worth.
There. Alright, let's go.
Alright.
And,
Guess I'll look at the address on the envelope and wonder...
you look at the address of the envelope, and it's... You're kind of surprised. It is on the road right next to your guys' condo. right next to Orchid Heights. It is in one of the row house. Well, not row houses, but large houses that are at the base of it.
All right. Apparently, we're going back to your place, T.
We
Oh.
should totally celebrate, guys. Being the
Which
heroes saving the day.
way did Scales run when we were leaving?
Serpentine. Hard to tell.
Scales just ran outside.
I don't know why that caught me, but that caught me.
It's the serpent.
Serpentine. Yeah. All right.
So you all
Let's
I assume-
go.
Yeah. You all pile into the car and drive off into the chilly night. And it's not hard to find this house. It's one of the few that's still kind of on its own. Pretty nice. Like, there's probably like 2 technically apartments here. They're basically condos. They're large houses that are just connected together. Probably pretty damn expensive, given just the size. And are you gonna just go up and knock on the door?
Gonna be as professional as I can be.
You walk up as professional as possible, knock upon the door, and an older woman opens the door. She's human, and she's gotta at least be in her 70s to maybe almost her 80s. She still stands up a bit straight, but older woman, she's sort of, yes, can I help you?
I pull out one letter, hand it over to her, simply saying, I was asked to deliver this to you.
Oh. She takes the letter calmly, and when she reaches out to take the letter, Cloudy, you hear the jingling of a bell. And you can see that on her wrist, there is a very similar yellow band with a small bell, but it's tied around her wrist. And she takes the letter, pops it open, and just smiles. Oh. Thank you. So glad my grandson will come visit me soon.
Cloudy will say thank you for your time, and leave if she doesn't say anything further.
She looks like she's gonna turn back in and shut the door, and as you're about to leave, she goes, "Oh, one more thing. Thank you very much. Also, next time you see him, ask him for a gift of fire. It's very useful. He has a good sense of humor." And then she
I'll
shuts the door.
Keep it in mind.
And you are left in the rain.
Walk away into the sunset, because I guess I don't know what else we're gonna wind up doing for today. Because it seems like
Unless you
back
all,
into the car in this particular case.
do you all have any last minute things you'd like to talk about on your way back home, or when you get home, if you'd like?
Just turning the pendant over and over, examining it.
Jay's gonna put his model Griffin up in someplace nice and safe, and then he'll probably want to like have a small celebration and cocktails with everyone if they're down.
Drinks after I have a long, hot shower.
Javi's always down.
I'm good, thanks.
Oh, you sure, T?
Yeah.
Alright, man. Maybe for breakfast.
Maybe. And he'll go into his room and hang up the suit, like on a hanger. He's not opening it yet. He'll get to that later.
Oh, you're
He
just gonna
doesn't
hang
need
up
it
the
right
garment bag entirely? You're not gonna look at what it is?
I mean, if you have an idea of what exactly is in there, I don't.
Oh, I know exactly what's in there.
Describe the whole suit, Softy. Okay, yeah, he'll open it then.
What you find is a very nicely tailored suit. The jacket and slacks of this suit have the gentlest sheen to them. They're very soft, but still pretty strong. And they have it's hard to immediately tell. Someone would not be remiss to think the suit is burgundy, but it is actually a black suit with a very thin red pinstriping. And it has a black tie, black shirt, black everything else. So it's almost a fully black suit.
Now, I have a question for you, Softy, if I may.
Yes.
When one is recording a BTL, they get more than sight and sound, right?
Yes, you can also get sensation.
Okay, so he had been recording from the moment basically Jay was like, well, you better believe in fucking snuff videos, you're in one, you know?
Yeah.
So he is going to, if I may, sit on his bed and play back specifically the portion where he was in excruciating pain. Because it has been over a year since he felt pain. He hasn't been hurt by anything. And he's just going to loop that quietly behind closed doors for a while.
Okay. Understood.
And the sounds of Mojave and Jay celebrating drift from the hallway.
And then Cloudy once his shower's done.
Man is just savoring his agony.
My existence was given stimulation. Let me enjoy this.
Oh my fucking god!
I mean,
that is a
honestly,
scary kind
fair.
of addiction, bro.
Ooh. Oh, that's
Okay.
That's fucked. All right.
So,
fair enough!
on
Well,
that
you can't
note...
break or trust people anymore.
Whew, on that note, oh my. We are gonna call it an end for today. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for joining us here. Shiv, go find someone to raid, please. Thank you. Love you. We are gonna go in order of... fucking most likely to make the GM speechless with their actions. T, who are you and why do you exist?
Hey, I'm Slip. And I should not be allowed to be here. Oh, sorry, drop my calculator. I stream here on Twitch on my own channel in the middle of the week. It's been the Long Dark recently, but I was given a new game recently, so maybe that soon. Then I'm here Mondays and Fridays, both as T103 and Slip of Clan Nosferatu.
Next month. Mojave, who are you and why do you exist?
Hi, I'm Dipregathon. You can find me here and now via Mojave, and there and then at the Vampire Times playing Hatfield. And I've written a couple of fantasy novels that Noskavian is so kindly holding up. Check them out. I worked very hard, and the attention's appreciated. Links are in the place where links go. Chat thing. Yes, words. I'm very good at them. You can trust me. I'm an author. Aside from that, I did the character art for the characters who have art. My commissions are open if you'd like me to do some art for you as well. I stream on my own channel over to Breakathon, doing whatever I feel like it whenever I have the time to do so. And I think that's everything except, as always, my dog says hi.
Woo! Alright, next, owner of the most glorious beard, Jason. Who are you and why do you exist? You are muted.
Can't hear you.
That's me. I am Noskavian. I play Jason on Tables of Horrors every Monday with our Cosmic GM. I play Barry every Friday on Table of Horrors with Shiv and with Table of Horrors. We have some friends who write books. These books are Windswept and Wordbreaker, are written by our very own Day Breakathon. And then I have another friend who writes a book. This is his first book. It's called Obelisk, The Long Dream. I have a QR code in the back of the book. There we go.
Woo! Alright. Also, as it was put in chat as well, big shout out to Noskavian's Chair, our most supportive team member. And for the second greatest beard and the most glorious hair, Cloudburst, who are you? And why do you exist?
I am Lord Rodon, and I play Cloudburst here on Mondays. I will also occasionally be here on Twitch with other various friends, streams throughout the week, but they're very haphazard, never planned, and don't ask me where I'm going to be in 2 days. I don't know. But yeah.
The machinations of his mind are an enigma. I will... Shiv jumped the gun, so our links are also there for just TOH in general. But me, I am Softonomicon. Sure I can actually do this. I am Softonomicon. Here on Table of Horrors, I am Cosmic GM here on Mondays, where I run this lovely game here. On Fridays, I play Ebony in Oxford's Ashes. On my own channel, I am a variety streamer, where I do video games and artwork. Most of it's been video games so far. I think the last 3 have been Sons of the Forest, because I'm a little obsessed with that. As for artwork, obviously, artists, I have commissions open. Please commission me. I would love to draw anything you would like. And I have a Patreon where I'm currently making a coloring book known as the Periodic Table of Monsters. And I am Shiv's Hedgehog husband. And I think that is it. Let me go check who the hell we're rating so I can actually say something. Alright. Alright, there we go. Holy shit. I'm sorry, I had to read tiny text. We are going to be rating Ghostlight RPGs, and they're playing Spire. Sounds interesting. But we cannot go until Cloudy says the line.
When it rains, it pours.